Hello, comrades. I'm feeling super appreciative today, and I have a feeling you are too if you clicked on this video. So let's join forces and appreciate Sadie Sink today. It always feels wonderful to appreciate something, someone, or anything actually, but it's especially wonderful when you appreciate an appreciator. Sadie Sink is one of the kindest souls I've ever seen in the media industry. Not just kind, but she's genuinely kind, genuinely soft, and compassionate to those around her. Her character is amazing, and of course, she's a talented performer. She started off doing local theater productions, and then she moved on to films and TV shows after that, and now recently she was announced to be in a new Broadway play coming in 2025. Things are going really well for her, and she deserves all of her success. Let's run down the list of reasons why I love Sadie Sink. We can talk first about just her acting and her career as an actress. She started off in theater productions at the age of 7, I believe. There are clips of her online playing the character Annie from the musical Annie, and also just other miscellaneous theater performances from her. And even back then, she was already giving a pretty good performance, and you can see the potential there. So I'm glad that she stuck with that acting career and that love for storytelling after all this time, because she really is talented and a sincere performer. So I feel like any project that she's part of benefits from her presence. Not just because she's a wonderful actress, but also because she's an incredible human being. She's kind, so kind. Watch any interview with her in it, just the way she carries herself. She has this confidence to her, but also this softness and humility that's so endearing and charming. What's more, I don't think she gets credited enough for this, but she's pretty funny. Her humor is a little bit subtle, but I feel like she plays really well off of other people. She likes to compound on their statements and just make it a fun conversational exchange. She also makes these little cute sound effects that I can't really replicate. Her face is very expressive. She makes a lot of faces, most of which are smiles and her laughing. She just seems to be so optimistic and lighthearted, and it's refreshing and a reminder that life shouldn't be taken too seriously. But when Sadie Sink does get serious, she also does it in a soft, gentle way. For example, she's pretty active in activism. She's done a lot of stuff with animals, partnerships, and raising awareness of movements that benefit animals. I remember seeing one about saving turkeys. She did a video on that, and if you go on her Instagram, there are so many posts regarding like helping out animal shelters, donating to them, all these kind of things, and that shows so much initiative and drive from her. And she did all of this at a pretty young age and continues to do it. She was also part of the Black Lives Matter movement and the SAG-AFTRA strike movement. Those are some of just the documented activism work that she's done. I'm sure there are plenty more that are not documented online. So that courage and drive in her to participate in all of these movements is of course very inspiring to people like me who are around her age and grew up with her through TV shows like Stranger Things. And that's like one of the core connections between me and Sadie. I grew up watching her basically through Stranger Things. So seeing someone who's my age succeeding this much and also having like similar mannerisms and values and goals as me is super inspiring. And I'm sure most of her fans are around her age as well, like Gen Zs. But Sadie also has this maturity to her that must make her well liked by every generation. She's got that great balance of maturity but also usefulness. She's able to have deep conversations and articulately explain why she chose particular projects to be in and why those projects are important. And she's able to discuss pretty vulnerable topics openly, but then you have all of that youthfulness that you see in interviews where she's just cracking jokes or just laughing at someone else's jokes. She'll dance with people, she'll sing with Millie Bobby Brown, she'll bake and decorate cookies, she'll be part of these funny little skits. It's a wonderful balance, and I think that shows that she's done a lot of internal work and that she does have this foundation of values that she seems to be following. She just seems to have it together for the most part. And you know, when it comes to fan interactions, she's so sweet to her fans. She offers to take pictures with fans. She's mostly willing to give time to her fans to take pictures or have conversations. I've never really seen her be rude before. her. And yeah, she just takes time to interact with her fans and acknowledge them. I think her being an older sister contributed to this motherly nature that she has, because Sadie has like 4 or 5 siblings, and one of them is this girl named JC. And I think Sadie's protective of her specifically, though she loves all of her siblings, and we've seen that if you've seen pictures of her online with her family. Her love extends outside of her family, of course. She loves her friends, she appreciates them, she appreciates strangers, her fans, she appreciates animals. Combine that appreciation with her talent in acting, and you have a very easy role model that you can follow and look up to. But it's very important also to not get that idolization up in your head too much. Sometimes there's a danger that comes with idolization in which we kind of dehumanize the person we're idolizing. But Sadie's fans are pretty understanding and aware people who most of the time just treat her like a regular human being who's just really lovable, and I think that's great. She has all of that pizzazz, but also the awareness to stay humble and relatable and just be a human outside of her work and her public image, which is great. That's like pretty much perfect. She's been handling her success so well, and that makes me wish for more success for her. And with that new Broadway play coming in 2025, I'm so excited to see what Sadie Sink has in store next. All that being said though, I think it's important to emphasize that this is not a guideline on how you should act in real life. I mean, all these values of kindness, compassion, initiative, courage are all great, but you don't need to have those traits. You don't have to be kind all the time. You don't have to be happy all the time. And I hope that that's not the vibe that I'm giving off in this video, because everyone is wonderful in their essential core. So please don't feel like you lack anything if you don't have any of those traits or values that I mentioned before. It's completely fine. I think every one of you are just as incredible as Sadie Sink. Just have fun and enjoy your time on Earth. That's all there is to it, really. That's all for me today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful day.